I witnessed it. Then I got on the call, and I'm listening to the attorney, and I'm listening to the one coming with the attorney and what they saying. You could do it for $40,000, right? First the nigga said, yeah, we can do it for $40,000. We can do $40,000. Then the nigga said, well, we about 50,000, 50K, 50K to do it. And then the nigga ended up saying 60. I'm listening and watching this shit go up. Nigga went from 40,000 to 60,000 to do a first draft. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that shit was just mind-blowing, and these people went for that. After Dr. York had already said, we ain't doing that. I don't know why he even popping up after 20 years. I watched this shit. I'm like, y'all did that, and he said, don't do it. Do the people know that? No, because they think anytime y'all doing these calls, he done said do it. Y'all doing a lot of this shit. 90% of the stuff they've been doing, not only have they been doing it without him knowing, he'll be done said no. And they do it anyway. Do you hear me? So I'm like, nah, I can't make it no worse than that. I can't make it no worse than that. It gotta be, something else has to be able to be done. Activation. 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 So we get the attorney. We take the pen. We start writing shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what come next. Because everybody forget. I've been had information to write Dr. Melakazi York since his son gave it to me 5 years ago. They didn't know that probably. Maybe that's why they forget it, because they didn't know. So you can't remember some shit you ain't aware of. While they were telling people he couldn't be written, he could. Matter of fact, the son who gave me the information, they told him, the son, your father doesn't want you to write him. He doesn't want to hear from you. Right? But did the son believe him? Hell no, because they be lying. So what'd he do? He kept writing them. He wrote them for over a year. It wasn't going through. One of the brothers hit him and said, hey, write it this way, do it this way, send it in like this. And when he did, get what happened? Not only did it go through, when Dr. York finally got his letter, he was like, yo, man, I've been waiting to hear from you. I've been wishing, I was wondering why you didn't write me. Da-da-da-da. Yo, you got this book? I need this book. Send me this book. Send me that. But he was being told his father didn't want. Maybe y'all don't understand what I just said. That ain't just somebody trying to tell you that Dr. York, who you found out about and you're interested in the story of, doesn't want to write you. That's somebody trying to tell you your dad doesn't want to hear from you. How evil is that? And they're lying. So if they'll lie to his children about whether or not he want to hear from them, what make y'all think they'll tell the truth about their working with attorneys to help fight to get them out? All the while, these attorneys are filing things that a citizen, like my brother, my biological brother, is looking at this shit. He like, how they file this wrong? How they file that wrong? How the attorney don't know what he doing? They filing shit in the wrong courts. They using the wrong word. I got sent a document, and I have it. It's all in my filings. Like I said, I launched my own investigation. I got sent a document where I read it. This shit's supposed to be something that was supposed to be filed on something that we were working on for him. I'm reading this shit. I'm like, if I contact one of my seventh grade cousins that work on this type of stuff, if I contact one of them and tell them, hey, look, I need you to type me up with this, this, and this. That's how it'll read. I'm like, this an attorney, right? How we got all kind of misspelled words, run-on sentences, frag sentences, all kind of shit. I said, yo, I could have wrote this yesterday when I was asleep. I'm like, where the seal at? Where the shit that make this be the filing? And this was about 2 months ago. Right? Am I lying? That's about 2 months ago, or do you know? It was about 2 months ago. So watch this. How long do y'all think it take to file some shit? Not long, right? It don't take long to file some shit. So let me ask you a question, and you give me the answer. You put yourself in my shoes as phase one, right? Matter of fact, don't put yourself in my shoes. Put yourself in your shoes, right? Just be the smart person right now. Be intelligent. How about that? You be intelligent for 1 second with me. Let's intelligent together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, intelligent time. Let's say somebody tell you they finna file some shit in November of 2025. I'm not saying that's what happened, but let's just say that that did happen. Let's say somebody that's an attorney say, yo, I'm about to file it. You ready? And you say, right, ready. They say, ready, set, go. I'm gonna call you back. Okay, cool. You get off the phone, you like, let's see what they do. Right? Let's just say that that's what you do, which is what I do, because we're doing it together. We're intelligent as a unit. November passes away. Oh, here comes December. December lives a good life. It was nice to people, it was kind to people, paid tithes, taxes. But then December passes away, because that's the circle of life. Then January is born. January's new name is 2026. Then it dies. So February must be born. Circle of life. You seen The Lion King. This is what they were teaching. That after February, March has to be born. Right? But would you know that after March, the person that we talking to right now, we just in the talking stages, but something tell me they're going to die soon. I'm talking to April right now. Right? So I'd have been through November, December, January, February, March. I'd have been through 5 relationships waiting on this filing. I'm in another relationship right now with April. April is withering away, and I'm still waiting on this filing. So let me ask you, in your shoes, which are my shoes, which are not my shoes, because you're intelligent, how long do you think it take to file a document in the court? Just let me know how long it takes. Then, when you get off this live, what I want you to do, my friend, is I want you to Google it. Just so, you like shock value, correct? Well, get ready. I want you to Google how long it actually takes for an attorney to register or file a document. Okay. If I would have asked my brother to do this, it would have been filed the same day. And he is not a part of the Bar Association. He's just intelligent as hell, and it was a hobby of his to practice law. No, my biological brother. No. My biological brother. If I would have asked him to file something like that, it would have taken him a day. So, you're telling me an attorney hasn't filed something in damn near 6 whole months. Now, we paid this attorney $38,000. Hold on. We paid this attorney $38,000 plus. I have to say plus because we subtracted $7,500 extra dollars that we paid this attorney to take a meeting with somebody that didn't have nothing to do with what we were filing for. But just because they were saying and showing that they were going to get results, we paid that $7,500 because it ain't nothing. We came together, we did it, but it took like 1 day, and it was done. This is what I mean by things were being done behind the scenes while people were running their mouth talking about phase one ain't doing nothing. That's why I told you, point left, run right. I'm always working on something, and you have to always be working on something. And so I'm telling y'all, we paid this attorney over $40,000. Listen, to file. Now, the only reason why the name ain't been said yet, because I ain't served them yet. I ain't served them yet. But when I serve them, then not only am I going to show you who I'm talking about, I'm going to show y'all the documentation. And I'm going to show y'all what you do when somebody does this. I'm going to show you what to do. Because they've been doing this to the Nuwaubian Nation since 2002. So not only we going to hit them, like I told you, we find out they played, we're going to hit them, And then we're going to go for everybody else. For any, I don't care if you was behind Williams and Williams, anybody, whichever office, whichever attorneys from Ghana to Liberia. I want everything investigated. And because I bear witness to the fact that not only have we passed over the IRS report of 10,000, which you're supposed to keep the books of, I was able to tell this man we paid him, and we hadn't yet paid him, which means he wasn't keeping the books. Not only we passed over that, you ain't keeping your books. You did not deliver on what you said you were delivering on. Now let me ask you a question. If an attorney is suspended, can they still take up money? If an attorney is suspended and they're working with a client, are they not required to allow that client to know about the new stipulations regarding their suspension? Are they not required to let that client know that? Let me ask you another question. Once an attorney is suspended, does not the Bar Association act as a unit to say that those infractions roll over state to state? Let me ask you another question. If you're an attorney working in an office to file motions for a client on behalf of a client, do you just pass over that to another attorney who isn't even being paid to do that? Meaning, you done got paid to do it, but then you say, I can't do it no more. Here, you take it. Can you do that? You can let these questions linger for now. The answers will come out soon. Or you can go and check it out for yourself. But let me tell you something. If you can't, this is what you can do. If an attorney asks you for 10 cents after having been disciplined in the bar, if they ask you for 10 cents, not only can you get all your money back, you can lien their whole office. Just for playing. You can lien their whole office. You can come for everything. Let me tell you an example of what I'm saying. See, one thing the bar don't play about in a statutory world is something called misrepresentation. Misrepresentation is about like saying what is called in the hospital malpractice. Now, you know what wrongful death and all kind of other suits you. Malpractice is not something taken lightly. Attorneys practice also. You see, attorneys don't know the law. Nobody does. Because how you going to know something that's changing every day? Attorneys practice law. And while you're practicing, there's something called malpractice. That word mal right there, if you do your digging, is saying you practice in a bad way. Like malevolent. Mal. Muy malo. Right? Muy malo. Muy malo. Muy malo. Muy mal. Hey, you talking about? Oh, so then, for example, you can get suspended for misrepresenting the outcome of something. Because they don't play that. Hold on, how much you made on the deal? Because that's what it is, a deal. You didn't know that? I made X amount. How much did you give your client? Well, I gave them this. How much did you tell them they could make? How much did you tell them they could walk away from or walk away with, and they paid you to do this, and they supposed to be paying you a percentage of this? I told them X amount, you misrepresented it. Let me get your badge. They take your badge. And then, if they take your badge over here, you go over here to another spot, get what they going to do? Well, hold on. What's this on your paper? Oh, well, they did that. Okay, since that happened, we need to make a deal. And the deal they make is you suspended for 6 months. Because they fuck with each other like a family, like the mafia in the bar association. So if you mess around over here in these folks' condition called a state, then they gonna treat it the same way when you go over here. But let me say something. If you don't tell the people that you're doing business with that this is going on, that's fraudulence. Not only is that misrepresentation, that's fraudulence. You're acting as though you're still practicing openly, but you're not. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. See, back in the day, this happened all the time. Stuff like this. But the family let it go. And you got my word, I ain't letting shit go. Because my family let it go. Some of them didn't know no better. Some of them was thinking that everybody was operating in Dr. Melikazi York's best interest. And I'm telling you, we're not letting anything go. And like I told y'all about a month or two ago, remember I played a long game. I can keep my mouth closed. I let people say shit. He ain't working on nothing for the master. Didn't know nothing about what was going behind the scene. I can keep my mouth closed. But I told these folks, I said, y'all got a small window to produce results of what you saying we were supposed to be in business for. Because if I find out that we sent finances in and you sent it to something else, I don't care what it is, and you didn't send it to where we was, because everything we sent, we did it through wiring. We have documentation. And we have a Telegram group that was put off to the side, so it was all documented. Not only is the wiring in record, and the bank, and who it was sent to, and if it was a Zelle that was received, they sent us that receipt. We got all that put up and documented. You don't get to not file. I remember saying this in February, in early February. I said, hold on. When was I supposed to find out about this? Oh, well, I didn't know about it, so now I know about it. So now, hold on. You working with me. Why you ain't telling me that this was going on? Nah, that brother right there. That need to be a damn meme. Nah, see that brother right there is sadly mistaken. Don't let it fool up your head with that foolishness. Hey, they gonna try to play the victim. Watch what I'm telling you. We're victims. You stole from my people. Now, as soon as I get in writing, I'm going to war with you. But not behind the scenes. I'm going to war with you publicly for playing. And then after you, it ain't gonna be no long drawn out thing. After you, I'm coming for everybody else. Because now I have to bear witness that this is what y'all have done. You played. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go and get an attorney that might know the difference between civil and criminal. You're supposed to know that as an attorney. So I feel like we need to hire an investigation to see if there's intentional sabotage. Let us find that out. It might be some people going away for a while. That's what I'm saying. By the time we done wrapping this up, it might be real vacant in Brooklyn. By the time we done wrapping this up, some of these stores might not be them stores no more. By the time we done wrapping this up, it gonna look real clean out here for Dr. York to walk. He ain't gonna have to step on no trash. Cause this is criminal activity. And see, I'm not Dr. York. I'm not him. Anybody trying to play like I'm trying to be his successor, I'm not Dr. York. It's only one him. He say, I'm too old to be mad at certain these people, da-da-da-da. Y'all do it. Y'all expose them, da-da-da-da. I looked around. It looked like he ain't say nothing to these folk. So I heard you. You know what I'm saying? They might have limited certain things. But we out here and we got a big-ass team that's moving behind the scenes, and we already moving. So some of these folks, they gonna feel it. But ain't nothing you can say. I just want that to be clear. So, yeah, the Nuwaubians are being robbed by these attorneys. And let me tell you something. If these attorneys, who have been around for 20 years, maybe longer, some of them, if these attorneys ain't producing nothing, and some of them don't even feel like he can get out, let me tell you this. This is the game. Some of these attorneys feel like Dr. York can get out. So that tell you that they let you pay them because it costs to file motion. It costs to do this. It costs to do that. They'll let you pay them. Not ever thinking that he gonna get out. They think we don't know how severe the situation is. We wishing on a star. But we'll still take your money though. Go ahead, pay us. Oh, okay. So what you in turn end up doing, because you're trying to sell an outcome, is you end up misrepresenting outcomes. Now, how many outcomes did you misrepresent to me on record? How many outcomes did you misrepresent to phase one, thinking he was just a nice guy that you could talk to and he gets it? All the while, he documenting everything you're saying. I want to go back through and find how many misrepresented outcomes occurred. You see? I want to go back through and count out how many times we paid for phone calls we weren't responsible for. That didn't have anything to do with us. I want to go back and count out how many times we paid for meetings that didn't have anything to do with the motion we were filing. That didn't have anything to do with us. And I want to know is if you got suspended on a certain day, did you collect money after your suspension? Did you let it be known you were suspended? Just letting you know. So there's a lot of things that's about to happen, and it's about to happen all at once. And everybody look and say, what is he going to do? They see me doing interviews. They nervous. They don't know who is going to do what, to say what. Everybody nervous. Well, let me tell you something. Nobody is going to get away with what they do. If you dipped in this pot, that's your ass. If you dipped in his pot, that's on you. Other than that, to the masses, get ready. We're not waiting anymore. All right, so May 8th will be the official day where we just launch publicly. But I'm telling y'all now, go ahead and get ready. Go ahead and get ready. We're going to do a fundraiser, all right, that's going to be public, a GoFundMe. This way, if Dr. Melikazi York ends up getting out before we raise the money for the attorney, we press that refund button and everybody gets the money back anyway. Other than that, this way you can clock and chart what money is being put where. You see? So for those of you who are watching and paying attention, get ready, because the time I told you was coming is coming now. And now, let me do something else. We're going to be in the Help Free Dr. York chat. I'm going to let that be known to those people in there because that chat has gone dormant. Ain't no soul in it. We're going to start a new chat. All things new. We're going to start a new chat, but it will not be private. It will be public. So everybody from the people, friends, family, enemies, agencies, everybody is here. They'll all be able to watch this go down. Only time people don't want that to happen is when they got stuff to what? Hide. This is what Pops was saying. He said, what's all this secrecy stuff? If what you're saying is working and what you're doing is working, why is it so secret? You see what I'm explaining? So, no more secrets. Let it be known. Let it be seen. Let it be heard. All right. Any questions so far? Because I'm out here walking around. Anybody got any questions? May 8th, yep. May 8th is the day. That'll be the 24th year, by the way. May 8th is the day 24 years ago. They locked up Dr. Melikazi York. So it's a significant date. That's one of the ways we communicate anyway, through significant dates and numbers and things like that. Any questions? They're not getting away with this shit. I was just saying that last night. Whoever think they sadly mistaken. They're not getting away with it. Questions, anybody? Around, that shit is not new. Every time we turn around, something happening for them, and then right when it's finna happen, there's some other shit. It's just always some shit. You're an attorney and you don't know how to do stuff that attorneys do. Now, I feel like it need to be investigated because there may be intentional sabotage. Do y'all hear me? I don't think the sabotage is happening by accident. That's all I'm going to say. I think the money raising is real and that they pocketing the money as a group of people. That's what I think is happening. Have done it in the past. And I think that once they get to the point where he can come out, they don't want him out. So they sabotage whatever would have worked. It was a prostitute girl, I think that was her name, was trying to get some help to do something or some shit. And the girl kept putting her file like all the way back in the thing. Every time it got close to the front, she put the file back in the thing. And every time it got close to the front, she put the file back in the thing. And every time. And then it came out at the end of the movie. Y'all remember that movie? Okay, if you remember that movie, this is that movie. I know it might be hard to figure out and hard to see because you're like, no, these people love the master. Ain't no way they'll do that. No, it's the ones who was right there saying they love him that was doing that from the beginning. They will do that. Won't Judas? You got to watch for the motherfuckers who be trying to be right up on you, acting like they so active. You got to watch that shit. Because, like he said, the black devils, Kerub, those who draw near, they got to be right there to see what's going on. They don't rock with your program, but they going to try to, you know what I'm saying, sabotage this shit. That's what I'm observing. Now, Nuwapu taught me my observation from the point of observation, the initial observation can be wrong. So what do I have to do? I have to go in and investigate. That's Nuwapu. So I went in and investigated. I thought something was wrong maybe around like, for myself, around 2021, 2022. I was like, something doesn't seem right. But I couldn't just come out here and say it. I had to go in and see for myself. So now that I've seen for myself, okay, now we got to go on past just that part of the investigation. We got to move it forward. You know what I'm saying? So don't trust anybody, y'all, is what I'm saying. Don't trust nobody. Only master is Dr. Melikazi York. That's the only master teacher we know about. Any of these other people, these folk just around. You have to understand that. It's snakes in the garden. You hear me? Know it, understand it. Don't trust nobody. And I'm not saying you got to go around acting crazy with people and go to the bookstore. I see some of y'all, one person was in the bookstore asking questions. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be going to the bookstores asking questions because what they're going to try to say is I'm sending people to bully them. If you don't know who I'm talking about, don't get involved. I got it. What you can get involved in is when we do the fundraiser to get the attorney, get you a credit card, whatever you got to do, your debit card, your bank card, or your cash, or however they let you set it up, your Apple Pay, and send it into the GoFundMe when we do that. Not the GoFundMe that's in my bio right now. That's my record label. That's something totally different. Matter of fact, I'm going to take that down. When we pop out with the GoFundMe for Dr. Melikazi York, I'm going to make videos. We got interviews on the way. We got big things finna happen. There's finna be a big spiritual war that's going to take place because of it. But you can help with that. And if you don't have the money, I don't know if they do a limit, because I know they had a limit on Cash App for $1. GoFundMe limit might be $5. That might be the smallest amount you can do, $5. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have the money, that's fine. You can share. You can push out the information, let it be known what's happening. You know what I mean? Because you realize it ain't going to be about the money, no way. That's why I want to do it through GoFundMe. We're not even going to set up well, I guess after a while you have to set up a bank account. I think within 30 to 90 days you have to. So, but it's not going to be withdrawn. All right, so all that's going to be reported to the masses. It's going to be like we working on this together, but that's going to be the first time it happened that way. But like you said, doing the same thing over and over again, using the same people, expecting something to change, you got to be crazy. And I'm like, so why we can't hear him? When he talk, he makes sense. Everybody want to do that with the doctrine. Why we want to do that with real life? We want to repeat what he say with the doctrine, but not with real life. We want to act like we know what the doctrine is, but not what he's saying in real life. You know what I'm saying? We want to push that around and wave that around, but we don't want to wave what he really saying around. What he really saying is you cannot trust these people. Help me, nigga. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. You know what I mean? And these folks run a game. And watch this. Anybody who got a problem with what I'm about to do, that's who you need to watch. I ain't saying that's who you need to be mad at, who you need to hate, who you need to assume they did this or that. I'm just saying, if somebody in jail and the nigga say, I'm going to get an attorney to help him. You see what I'm saying? They saying, don't do that because people don't be knowing how to file and citizens. You talking about y'all? Only attorneys that ain't been filing right is y'all attorneys. You see what I'm saying? Only attorneys that have been fucking up motions is y'all attorneys. Hold on, y'all give me 1 second. Hey, y'all, let me get in this house real quick. My phone overheated.